Welcome back to Catching Up with Cassie J. I am back today with another review. This is for the Love and Hip Hop Miami Season 3, Episode 1. I am here to let you guys know what I thought about this first episode. I am happy to see Miami back. This franchise is not my most favorite one, but nonetheless, you know I love reality TV, so I am here to review nonetheless. So it opens up with Trina's mother's funeral, and I knew about her mother passing way before the show had came back, but they had to follow that because that was part of what was going on with her during the time of their taping. And it says that her mother had passed from cancer. It was a beautiful homegoing service, and you show all of her family and friends there. And it's a horrible thing for anybody to lose their mother. I can't imagine that. I'm very thankful that my mother's still here. And even though it's something that happened way before the show, it's always something tragic to see, and heart goes out to her and her family, because I know that as the show goes on, Trina says that it's something that she'll never be okay from. And like I said, that's something I couldn't imagine, and I know that that's something that'll be hard to deal with. So Amara La Negra, it goes to her, showing that she's bought her dream house, and it's a nice house. Shows that she's doing well. And of course, her mother is there with her. You know, she takes her mother wherever she goes. And I love that relationship. I love that she, no matter how successful she is, everything she does, she always includes her mother. Now, there's also another special guest in the house with her, and it's her boyfriend, MJ. Now, it does show later on that MJ is Shay's brother. And I was happy to see that Shay is still on the show, getting her checks. And MJ is a nice chocolate man. And he comes downstairs while Amara and her mother are in the kitchen. They're unpacking. And all he got on is a towel. And her mama was like, boy, go put some clothes on. Like, you can't be walking around here with just a towel on. And Amara was like, yes, honey, go upstairs, put your clothes on. And she goes upstairs and she's like, go put, some clothes on. You can't be walking around the house without your clothes on. If your towel would have dropped, mama would have seen all your business. And I'm like, yes, you don't need your mama, your future mother-in-law, seeing all your package and stuff. Like, that's not for her eyes, honey. Now, it goes to Trick Daddy. Trick Daddy got a new girlfriend. But Trick Daddy still ain't divorced. I don't know why Trick Daddy won't get a divorce. According to him, he says Joy's lawyers keep sending more bills that he don't want to pay. I personally think that Trick Daddy just don't want to get no divorce. It don't make no sense, because he don't got this new girl. Her name is Nikki Natural. She's a young girl. She's a rapper. She's celibate, so she ain't giving up no cookie. I just like, Trick, listen, you got you a new girlfriend. If it's real, if you happy, go ahead and sign them papers. Let Joy go on with her life. You go on with your life and your businesses and ventures, and let's all just be happy. That ain't what he's trying to do. So Trick was having a grand opening for his restaurant. He said there's no soul food restaurants down there in Miami. So he was opening up one, because last season he had the food truck. So now he's done expanded it to a restaurant. And so they asked, who all are you inviting? That's anything that everybody has, any grand opening of anything. Who on the guest list? Well, Joy came. Joy's there, and we have a little run-in here. So Joy sits there, and Shay and Joy still kind of have some tension from last season, where they kind of got into a little fight. But Shay decides to tell Joy, hey, Joy, just want you to know, don't want you to get caught off guard. Trick Daddy has a new girlfriend, and she's here. Just want you to know, don't know how you feel about that. She's like, I'm happy. Maybe he can get out of my business, sign these papers so we can go on with our life. I said, great. But that's not how that went. So everybody's sitting down, everybody's getting their food. The new girl comes over. Now, Alvin is working here, and for anybody that watched it last season, Alvin used to be Trina's assistant. He comes over there, he's still being messy like he was last year, and he basically was like, Joy, this is Nikki, this is the new girlfriend, and I think that the reason why Trick don't want to, divorce you is because he's still in love with you. And Trick's like, I'm like, okay, this is, it's dumb at this point. Like, Trick is like, I don't want to divorce Joy, but I do want to divorce her, but I don't want her to be with nobody else. I'm just over Trick. So we go on to JoJo. I was really hoping JoJo would not come back, but she's back. And she's talking about how she's lost everything, her store, her friends, and life is so hard for her, for this rich girl, and she just had to start from the bottom, whatever the bottom is for the rich. I'm sure it's not the same bottom for the regular people. And for the rich, the bottom is, I had to design a clothing line with Tommy Hilfiger. Don't see how that's so low, but that's low for her. She had to design, this clothing line from scratch. And she did it with Tommy Hilfiger, and she was showcasing it, and Bobby Lights, and he's like, hey, girl, I'm so happy to see you. I'm so proud of you. This is a really big deal. You did this with Tommy Hilfiger. Like, he's legendary in the game. This is super big. And she's like, oh, thank you. I'm so happy. I had to start all the way over. So I'm just so glad that I was able to get this opportunity. And I'm just like, okay, girl. All right. So Bobby asks, her, how's she doing, overall? Is she all right? Asks about Amara, and she's like, no, I haven't talked to her. And I'm just like, okay, I see where this storyline is going. And he's like, well, do you think that maybe you guys can talk and you guys might be able to work things out? And she's like, well, I would like to talk to her, and maybe we can. I'm like, you told this girl that she put roots on you, or her mother put roots on you, but then you found out that wasn't true. So you think that y'all can work it out? We'll see. Now, Trina, she's kind of been to herself. She locked herself in the studio. She's been focusing on her music. That's the only thing that she's, finding any kind of peace in at this time. But she does have another issue. Her former manager, Julian, who is Amara's manager at this time, has stolen $300,000 from her. And she's talking to Joy about this, and she's like, I have this issue with him, and I have to get this resolved with him. I'm going to get my money back from him because he messed with the wrong one. And because of this, her album was taken down from the internet because When he took this money, producers didn't get paid, and therefore they was like, yeah, we want the album back. So that prevented her from being able to get her money and for her album to be out. And that's what you're working for. That's your life. That's what you did all this work for. So Julian's a shady character. Been knowing that since the first time he came on the scene. There's been issues with him. Last year she had issues with him. So Amara was having a release party. She was doing a single, and she wanted to see how everybody was going to receive the music. So she wanted to perform it in front of friends and some other industry people, because she's like, if this new single is not received well, she's nervous about what her next step is going to be in her career, because she's like, her career is doing okay, but she wants more, and she's needing to go to that next level. So at this release party, she has decided to invite JoJo. Now, Shay and Bobby and Amara have sat down previously, or prior to this, and she basically has let Amara know, I don't like JoJo. I don't ever want to see her. I don't think that you should be friends with her. I don't know why you would want to be friends with her after everything she's did. And Amara's just kind of like, well, we've had a relationship. It was a real friendship. And, I might want to hear her out one day. So Bobby tells Shay that JoJo's coming. Shay goes off. She gets loud. She makes a scene. So when Amara comes over, she's like, how dare you bring this devil into this place? I thought that you was my sister. We built this relationship and you would do that to me. And she was like, well, I didn't want to tell you because I knew you was going to react like this. And Shay's just kind of just going over the top. She's making a scene for no reason. Like, I'm not going to say for no reason. You have a right to feel the way you want to feel. But it was just over the top. Like, she's just here. And she didn't need to really be that. She needed to be that irate about it. So Amara's like, I need to go. I need to get ready to perform. This is my night. I can't deal with this right now. So Shay's brother, MJ, is talking to her and just telling her, listen, this is a family situation. We'll talk about it at home. This is not the place to talk about this. And she's like, we ain't got to talk about nothing. I want you to stay out of this, brother, because if you keep getting involved in this, this is going to make you feel like you have to choose between me and your girl. And I don't want you to feel like this. I don't want to put you in that position. So when JoJo gets there, Shay sees her. She leaves because she's like, I don't want to be, like I said, I don't want to be around her. I'm leaving. Now, JoJo comes with her boyfriend. She has a new boyfriend. Yeah. And when she sees Amara, she's like, hey, do you have a minute? I would like to talk to you. And she said, okay. And she basically tells her, I apologize for what happened last year. And I would like for us to be able to move forward. And Amara says, when I invited you, I was thinking that we could move forward and we could build something. But after I went back and listened to all of the interviews and read everything that you had said previously about me, I decided that I had a change of heart, and I don't want to do it, because I realized that there were plenty of opportunities for you to come and apologize and do all this, but you did not. You waited until the camera started rolling, and now you want to come and try to make amends with me. So I don't believe it's sincere. So I don't want to do this with you. She said, so we're done. We'll never be friends again. And that's it. And she walks off. And JoJo looks like she wants to cry. And I'm like, I get it. If if you stop filming in January, let's just say in January, and we start back filming in September, that's a lot of time to pass for you to not apologize if that's how you feel. And now here you come, I want to apologize for what happened. You didn't mean it. So Amara gets up there and she performs, and I like the song. I thought it was nice, it was catchy. I can't wait to listen to it in the car. And everybody was dancing to it, and I think that once Shay finds out that Amara is not going to make amends with JoJo, she will be okay, but since she left, she didn't know. And Julian is there. Trina also came out. So Bobby was like, hey, Julian's here, but we, made sure that he'll stay away from you. And Trina was like, well, this isn't the time and place for me to confront him about the situation with my money. She was like, but as long as he stays away from me, we'll be okay. And of course, Bobby's being extra. He was like, well, he owes you that motherfucking money, and he gonna pay one way or another. And I'm just like, Bobby, calm down. Trina's not doing all that rah-rah extra stuff. So, you need to calm down as well. So, it's going to cause an issue because Amara didn't know until right at the end they told her, hey, Trina's here and she has an issue with your manager because he owes her $300,000. And she's like, what are you talking about? She was like, your manager stole some money, and it's just going to be a big mess. And we were waiting for the return of the Puerto Rican princess, and they show her right at the end, but they literally just showed her. She didn't do anything, she didn't say much. So next week, I guess we'll see what, Miss Jocelyn is going to do. I am looking forward to the show overall, what it's going to bring. We'll just have to wait and see, you guys. I mean, the first episode, it was, okay. It was pretty much like most first episodes of these shows. It's kind of like a catch up. Here we are. This is what we're going to do. I think it'll get more interesting as the season goes on. I think it's going to be a very exciting, interesting season. And I will be here to give you my take on it. So that's my recap. That's my opinions. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye.